see.
I've been drinking Bullet Bourbon every night, straight.
My favorite part about this is the. Are we ready? Are we on? and I look at the thing and I'm like, okay, I think we're good, Dave.
Yeah, I haven't started recording yet.
All right.
I'm recording now.
All right, you're recording now.
We're recording.
All right, I better tell people we're live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're live.
This is
Still says offline.
No, you gotta refresh.
Lame.
Refresh your browser. All right. So here we are. I got some topics. I looked up some stuff that I thought might be fun to talk about.
Yep.
And then I went to our Discord chat and asked them to give us some topics, and whew, they came through.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, I read a few.
Yeah, in a manner of speaking.
Okay.
So anyway, let's talk about the news stuff first. I found a couple news items. Do you watch the Game Awards every year? The thing that Jeff Keighley does.
No.
I think you should.
Where do you watch it? Just online?
You can watch it online. They have it on. It's usually on a TV network too. I forget what it is.
And you'll have to forgive me, but who is Jeff?
So Jeff Keighley fancies himself a game journalist.
Okay.
Perhaps he is. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if he worked for G4 at one time. I don't know.
Oh,
he worked for something. Maybe Joystick back in the day. I don't even.
What? We can go.
No, go ahead.
What gaming news sources do you follow? Because I basically do IGN and Kotaku.
So on my
Polygon.
On my RSS feed, my news feed, what I use Feedly on my phone, I think, is the app.
Okay.
Look, I've got. Well, I can't. It's over there. Kotaku, US Gamer, and that might be it. I think those are the two.
So that's alright.
I think those are the two. And honestly, like, I get most of my news from Resetera, the forum.
Oh.
I'm on that like all day. I just refresh that like 100 times a day. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much get mine from Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm really using Twitter for these days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I know it's US Gamer and Kotaku for sure. Anyway, what news source? What gaming news sources do you guys use?
It's not a creepy place at all.
Yeah, that's my chat room.
I lost the chat.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
It's gone. I was gonna chat.
I don't know what to tell you. But anyway,
yeah,
so the Game Awards. It started off as, like, a few years ago. When it started, it was mostly like bad, awkward, goofy.
Okay.
Now it's less so. Still awkward and goofy. It has so Dr. Wicked says we are very quiet and far away.
Oh, all right. Well, that's probably.
Oh, that's that thing's problem. Yeah, that has nothing. All right. I don't know what to tell you about that.
I didn't think about.
Can we talk louder?
You can bring the camera closer, I guess.
I can. High budget operation. All right.
I wish I could see the chat, but I can't.
Yep. Here we go, Dr. Wicked, just for you. Oh, now you're gonna get a close up on our mugs. There.
Ooh.
We are so low budget.
All right.
How's that?
Dancing. There we go.
He's getting sick. He's getting nauseous from the camera going. Oh.
Hey.
No.
The chat came back up.
So the Game Awards. The Game Awards. It started out low budget, goofy, weird, awkward, like this right now. Like
we are professionals.
Yeah. But over the years, he has somehow turned it into almost like a mini E3 kind of thing.
Okay.
Where, world exclusive,
Yeah.
It's become less about watching the awards, because honestly, who cares, like, what wins Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares, he's to give him credit, he's genuinely trying to make it a legitimate and respectable award show, and I mean, it's the closest thing they have to the Oscars, really, I think. But anyway, so this year,
So do they do like reveals and stuff?
yep, big
Okay.
reveals. They give you updates on existing games, or on games that we know about. But it seems like he's really, Jeff Keighley, the guy who runs the deal, is really trying to turn this into like, you want to tune in because we're going to reveal new games, right?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if the Oscars, it was like, after every award, they were like, world exclusive. And then it's like the new Coen Brothers trailer or something, or the new Avengers trailer. It'd be so fucking weird. But that's really the only reason, that's really the reason to watch it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody cares about biggest or best gaming influencer or whatever.
Well, and it's not really gonna it's not gonna. Well, I think it might bring attention to a game that I may not have given any attention to at some point.
These are generally big name games.
Yeah.
Like-
so
Yeah.
really, it's probably not gonna do anything for me. Like I own Red Dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
So he is claiming this year, or he's not claiming, he is promising on his Twitter, Jeff Keighley's Twitter, that more than 10 new games will be announced for the first time, plus updates on existing titles. So as far as existing titles go, this big speculation is that Metroid Prime 4 is going to
Oh,
get
that'd be awesome.
some footage.
I'm so excited for that game.
There have been a lot of people in the industry, tweeting
Yeah.
pictures of Samus and
Oh,
in
really?
relation to the Game Awards and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So that's the big hint, is that Reggie's going to show up. He and Jeff Keighley have kind of a hate relationship where they every time they interview they like jab each other. So I'm guessing Reggie's going to show up. They're going to give each other some titty twisters, and then and then they're gonna show a little bit of Metroid Prime 4. So let's check the chat room here. Hold on, we got Osiren's talking.
Dr. Ricketts says
He says woo.
Reddit and YouTube.
Yep. So as Siren says, I don't seek out gaming news per se. It tends to find me like a virus. I like it. Dr. Wicked absorbs gaming news from YouTube and Reddit.
Okay.
Dr. Wicked also says rock, paper, shotgun. Yeah.
I've been thinking about quitting Twitter lately for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
But one thing that I really love on Twitter is finding out about game sales. Like
Wario
64.
Yeah, totally.
Like, 'cause he does game sales, movie sales, all
Yeah.
that stuff. And maybe I shouldn't be looking to consume so much anyway. But at the same time,
Well-
I like to get games cheap.
Yeah, well, so Dr. Wicked in the chat room is referring to Reddit, but I think this applies to Twitter in that it says it can be good if you take a bit to curate your own experience. Just start unfollowing people, man.
I know.
And if you don't want to unfollow them, start muting them, And
Yeah.
Christ, I think 90% of the people I follow, I mute.
That's true. I did that with Instagram, and it became a much more enjoyable experience for me. That is I can stay on top of Instagram posts really easily because I only follow 100 people and they don't post every day.
Yeah, yeah. And I also discovered that, so I use Tweetbot. I just discovered yesterday.
Yeah, I do too.
They have a feature where it says you can click on someone's profile and you can choose to block any of their retweets. So if you follow someone
I do
who's
that
like a
almost
retweeting
immediately.
psychopath,
Yeah.
just like, they retweet, I hate Trump 50 times a day, you can be like, okay, we get it.
I really, that for on Twitter, I love following Judd Apatow,
Yeah.
but he's outraged. Which, I mean, a lot of us are outraged with what's going on.
Yeah.
But he's specifically very outraged.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all he can talk about.
Yeah.
So there's been times when it's like, okay, I'm going to mute you for a month.
Yep.
I'll see you back. Or like
Yeah.
a week.
Yep. Same here.
I love Tweetbot for that. No
Yeah.
ads.
I hate that Twitter screwed up
I
their
know.
whatever, so anyway.
But it's like $10 to buy the app, and it is 100% worth it.
Yeah, totally. So anyway, so the Game Awards.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all I got to say about that. It's coming up in like a week or two.
Alright, well, let me know when it comes up and all.
I'm gonna watch it. I watched it last year. I avoid all the crap. When there was some drunk guy who was, I don't know why he was there last year. I was like, wow, well, this is a spectacle.
really? They were showing that?
Yeah, he was up on stage presenting something or
Oh,
doing whatever. I don't know what he was there for.
And
they
they
were
were super
interviewing
drunk.
him, and he was like, "Yeah, Game Awards."
That's
Anyways,
nice.
this just came out today. Over the summer, this past summer, I kind of fell in love with the Blade Runner franchise. Now that I guess does 2 movies create a franchise?
Oh yeah. Well, and they're doing the cartoon series.
That's
Oh,
what we're talking
that's
about.
very good. Oh, all right.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't see the latest Blade Runner movie 2049 until this past summer.
I still have not seen the first one or the second one.
I watched I used to watch the first one all the time. I watched it a bunch when I was like in high school, I think. And then I watched the second one this past summer, and I loved it. I know that it didn't really like get great reviews. I thought it was awesome.
Everybody that I've talked to said they loved it.
I thought it was great. I thought it looked gorgeous. I liked the story. I thought friggin' the driver was pretty good in it. You know, Ryan Gosling.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
I never saw the driver.
That was alright. How did that pretty boy become like an action star?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
He's pretty decent. I mean, what he does best is just quiet stoicism.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah.
like in The Driver. Hardly said a word.
Yeah.
It's Driver, right? Driver, yeah.
Yeah.
In the new Blade Runner, doesn't say much. You know. Anyway, but when I bought it this past summer on iTunes, it also came with a bunch of special features, and in those special features were like short, like animation, like short film, like animation
Oh, okay.
stuff that were kind of like were supposed to take place between the original Blade Runner and then 2049, right? So it all told the story of what led up to 2049, kind of in a way, like just little vignettes, I guess. And one of them was from the creator of Cowboy Bebop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna butcher this name. Shinichiro. I think I did well on that one. Shinichiro Watanabe. All right.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah. So the creator of Cowboy Bebop did one of them, and as it turns out, he is going to be developing a 13-episode series, animated series, called Blade Runner Black Lotus, and it's going to be set in 2032, which takes place after his anime short, but before, obviously, 2049. Yeah, so I think that's cool. It says,
I got some beard love.
yeah, right on.
That's why I was distracted.
So apparently Adult Swim will be airing the English dubbed episodes, but we all know that's just fucking blasphemy, right? Like anime folks, they're not going down with that English dub nonsense. So if you want the real deal, you gotta pony up for Crunchyroll. Which, have you ever checked out Crunchyroll?
No, you subscribed for a while, right?
I did for 5 months.
Okay.
$6 a month.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I've never gotten into anime at all.
I've dabbled. I'm not like an anime guy, but I dig the style a lot.
I think.
Of certain genres, I guess.
Well, because you really like the Castlevania series on Netflix, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd consider
So it's not anime
necessarily. Yeah.
Okay.
But like Cowboy Bebop is awesome. Like that is a great series. I picked that up for like I think $10 on iTunes once, the entire series.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's really good, and the music to it is incredible. But yeah, I dabble in anime. I'm not like I don't have a waifu pillow in my next room that I sleep with or anything like that.
Dr. Wicked says the Cowboy Bebop dubs are pretty decent.
Yeah, I actually I've watched the dubs.
I don't know what
really good.
FLC.
Fooly Cooley, that's really good. That is on. I watched that not this past summer, but the summer before. You can find that on YouTube, and I think they're making new episodes of it. That's really good. I liked it a lot. I think it's only like 6 episodes. It's insane. Like it's super hard to follow, but if you find a good like recap, I think AV Club has a recap of that. It's actually it's really cool. Great music too.
So what you're telling me is I shouldn't have rewatched Big and spent my time watching something new this week.
It's fun. How was Big?
Um,
Was it as good as you remember as a kid?
Okay, it was not.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Especially watching it as a parent. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned like you related to the parents or something.
Well, yeah, because, okay, the kid's 13, right?
Okay.
Lives with his parents, obviously, because he's 13.
Because he's 13.
Yeah.
He hasn't emancipated himself.
Yeah. He wakes up big.
Yeah.
His mom thinks that he's an intruder.
Yeah.
Chases him out of the house with a butcher knife.
Yep.
He then calls back and tells them that tells his mom that he's been kidnapped. And then he writes a letter to his mom telling him that the kidnappers are actually treating him pretty well and it's like summer camp.
It's been so long since I only remember the piano scene.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all you remember. But then he calls his mom posing as the kidnapper and like says that he's okay. Can you imagine?
It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Mom. That is weird. All right. And doesn't his like best friend or whatever come into play at some point?
Yeah, his best friend's around, and he convinces him that he's still the kid that he is. So.
Right. We should mock Lag right now. Lag, you're a real dork. He's
at work.
Yeah, he's watching
He can only just watch us.
He's watching the stream, but he can't hear it. Yeah. Anyway, that's for you.
That's for Lag.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, where the hell were we? Blade Runner anime series. That's awesome. I'm hyped for it. I'll probably pick up a Crunchyroll subscription just to watch it.
And I borrowed the first Blade Runner from you a long time ago.
How much of my shit do you have? Is it
so
all in
much.
your storage unit?
No, it's at my in-laws.
You
I have so
reminded
much
me you
stuff.
had Last Guardian tonight.
Don't worry, I
completely
keep
forgot.
very good track of all the crap that I have of yours.
Good, because
So.
Scotty, my friend Scotty, he borrowed the Hobbit movies from me on Blu-ray like 3 years ago.
Oh man.
I went looking for him like a month ago, and I'm like, where the hell are my Hobbit? Kids wanted to watch it,
Yeah.
right? We're reading The Hobbit together,
Yeah.
and we got up to the part where the first movie ends, so they wanted to watch the first movie, right?
Yeah.
It was the same thing we did with Harry Potter. We read a Harry Potter book, we watched the
Yeah.
movie. Anyway, and I'm like, where the hell is this freaking movie? And it took me forever to remember that I lent them to Scotty. And I texted him like, hey man, you still have my Hobbit movies? And he's like, sure do. Like, can I have them back? It's been 3 years.
No. I keep track.
All right, you got an inventory.
I've got an in-law that will borrow stuff from us, and then we go to get it back. And she's like, no, I got it at a garage sale.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like, you've got to be kidding me.
Uh,
So we've taken to taking her picture with things as she borrows them.
That's awesome. You're like, this is going in our records. So speaking of
It's
anime,
a spreadsheet.
speaking of anime, did you ever watch Neon Genesis Evangelion?
No.
No. Neither have I.
Okay.
But it's apparently the bee's knees. Like, I've been meaning
Something
to watch
popped
it.
up in the news about that recently.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it because, like Jeremy Parish, the games writer,
Yeah.
he talks about it all the time, how much he loves it. It's this classic anime from the 90s, and the visual style looks incredible. I know jack shit about it. Let's learn about it together. But anyway, the reason we're going to talk about it quickly is that they're doing a live action version on Netflix. And no, they're not. What the hell am I talking about? Jesus. Live action. Good Lord. I'm thinking of something else. But
Are you thinking about Hellboy? You're too distracted
No,
by people watching.
I don't know. No, the whole series, we will be able to watch it finally, which is what the point of this whole thing, on Netflix in spring 2019. All 26 episode and the 2 films will be available in spring. So it is set after 15 years after a cataclysmic event, and it follows a mysterious organization called Nerve as they fight against alien invaders known as the Angels. And guess who's gonna save the world? A group of teenagers flying giant mechs, Dave. Duh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every month,
Yeah.
at the end of the month, I get kind of excited because all those websites start posting what's going to be streamed
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
December,
Like on
right?
Hulu and Netflix and Amazon. Yeah, yeah.
Netflix, there's a day in December where they're throwing out like 10 new things.
Yeah, yeah.
Shows, movies,
Yeah.
all of their content.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the new Coen Brothers movie.
No, I haven't either.
I haven't.
I
I'm
haven't
looking for
watched the
time.
second season of Stranger Things yet.
Oh wow.
I know.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to that one.
Well, living with my in-laws is not helping
I
because
suppose, yeah.
the TV is in our bedroom and
Yeah.
my wife gets deathly afraid of those things. So
Stranger Things? I suppose your wife's a big baby about that. Worse than you, even, right?
oh yes, by
Yeah.
far. There is no way that she would do MST3 Dave.
Little Costco whiskey. Anyway,
Kirkland Crown.
so I'm excited to finally be able to watch Evangelion.
Dr. Wicked said I need to get a vasectomy. That won't help me watch Stranger Things any faster.
Alright, so I think that wraps it up for our anime. I don't know, I was looking for news tonight.
I'm sorry, did I hijack that?
No, I was just saying. Here's some geek news, though. I mean, Christ, we're talking about anime. What's not geek news? So, the DCU
Yep.
movies have been kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
But I think that this
The
might...
last good one was The Dark Knight Rises.
We're gonna have this conversation? That movie sucked so bad. How did you like that movie?
I love how long it took you to register that.
Yeah. I was like, did he say Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises? Because, could go either way.
Oh, Dr. Wicked, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was
Oh
great.
yeah, Wonder Woman was good. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. But Dark Knight Rises still sucked.
Nah, it was good. But that's alright.
So bad.
Comparatively,
Compared to what?
let's do it.
You're comparing puke to shit?
No.
Yeah.
Let's do Dark Knight Rises against Batman versus Superman.
Again, you're comparing vomit to poop.
But which one was better?
Well, obviously Dark Knight Rises.
There we
That
go.
doesn't mean it was a good movie.
It was good.
All My Children's better than One Life to Live, but they're both garbage.
I wouldn't know.
That was the first analogy I could come up with. Anyway, they're making a Blue Beetle movie.
I don't even know what Blue Beetle is.
What? All right, he's kind of a B-list hero. Let's be honest. So maybe even C-list. But so Blue Beetle is a superhero that was originally his alter ego was Ted Kord, but in later incarnations of the character, Jaime Reyes was his. Yeah, I had to roll up my Latino accent. Jaime Reyes.
I get just a tiny bit racist. That's all.
But anyway, and that's who they're going to make it as. It's their first Latino superhero movie. It's going to be written by Mexican-born writer Gareth Dunnett Alcocer. Probably screwed that name up. Let's see. Doesn't say who's starring yet, but I think it's cool that they're making it. Because, and this is me being selfish, one of my favorite superheroes is Booster Gold. You know Booster Gold?
No.
Fuck. So about 10 years ago, there was this amazing run of Booster Gold that turned it into like a comedy, right? Instead of because Booster Gold's kind of this goofy character.
Give me the elevator pitch of Booster Gold.
All right, Booster Gold's from the future.
Okay.
He is a disgraced former college football player who I think he got busted for throwing games for betting or whatever.
Okay.
He gets a job as I think a janitor in a museum. He steals a superhero suit in there, becomes Booster Gold, and goes back to the past so he can become Booster Gold.
Okay.
Yep.
So the museum
the
doesn't come
superhero,
alive
right?
at night?
Right. The superhero that time forgot right?
Sure.
And he's a time traveling. Do you know Rip Hunter from the DC universe, like the time traveling Rip
No.
Hunter? Have you heard of the show DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
The main dude in there.
Do you
is
watch
Rip-
that show?
Nah, I heard it's really good now. When it started, it was garbage. I watched like
Yeah, I
the
remember
first.
it being terrible.
I watched the first 6 episodes and I was like, this is trash.
I actually like The Flash, though. I haven't stayed on top of it, but
Flash is hit or miss these days.
no.
It started out really well.
Yeah.
And it's not as good.
Okay.
Anyway, like 10 years ago, there was this amazing run of Booster Gold. It was like 30 some episodes or issues that were just fucking hilarious and entertaining and turned Booster Gold into one of my favorite characters. Anyway, he and the original Booster Gold or original Blue Beetle, Ted Kord, are best friends. Blah blah blah. I'm hoping Booster Gold is a long way of me getting to the point. Is I hope Booster Gold shows up in this movie
Okay.
somehow.
Yeah.
I doubt he will, but whatever.
You did it.
So, yeah, you don't care about Blue Beetle though. He's a good
I'm
character. I pulled the most recent Blue Beetle comic book for a few issues, but it wasn't very good, so I dropped her.
Let's talk the DC streaming service.
I'm interested. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard good things, but I'm not going to subscribe to another streaming service. I just can't.
When the Disney one comes out, I will
The
probably
Disney one
do
I will.
that.
Yep.
Because they're saying it's going to be like $5 a month.
Even if it's 10.
Yeah.
If half of what they say about it is
sounds like
true,
it sounds like it's going to be amazing.
I'm hoping that they put vintage stuff out there.
Oh, me too.
Like the old timey Mickey and Donald Duck cartoons
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That will get me, like, they could just put those out there
Yeah.
and I'd be like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, my kids and I every year around Christmas we watch I have the random DVD that had Mickey's Christmas Carol on. It's like Mickey's
Yeah.
Classic Cartoons Volume 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have that cartoon of Mickey chopping down the tree,
Yeah.
and Chip and Dale are inside of it.
Love it.
That,
No,
that's
that's Donald chopping down the tree, right?
No, Mickey does, because Pluto chases him out of the tree.
Oh, okay. I was
Like
thinking
Mickey lights
Oh, I was
Chip
thinking
or
of the
Dale
one
on
where
fire.
like they're living in Donald's model train set. They're living like in the
Oh,
little
yeah,
town.
yeah, yeah,
That one
yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then they chop down the tree on that one. That's what I was
okay.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this one is the Christmas one, and like everybody laughs watching it. I just want more movies like that.
Have you watched those new Mickey Mouse cartoons? Those
Yeah.
shorts? They're great.
Yeah, actually, I do like them. I hated the animation style at first
No, I love it.
because I think I just had to get adjusted to it. You know.
We bought every one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were just like, and so we bought like a whole pile of them, and then when we were at Disneyland, Disney World, last spring, in our hotel room, you know, they have different channels piped in.
Yeah.
And there was one channel that was just all of those all the time.
Oh man.
And we would get home after, you know, traipsing around Disney
Yeah.
World for like 15 hours.
Shots and just want to collapse.
And we'd lay down and just watch those until we fell asleep. I wound up buying every one of them because I was like, these are so great.
Is the Halloween good? I've seen that people love the Halloween one.
I forget. I mean, I like them all, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say yes.
Yeah, I like it too.
They're all. I mean, they're only like 5 minutes long. I think they're
Yeah.
great. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's go back to our notes. All right, I think we've reached community topic suggestions. All right, Song of the South uncensored. And if you have topics or questions, just post them in the chat room right now, and we'll try to get to them. But in the meantime, we're going to take ones that were pre-submitted on our Discord. If you're watching this or listening to it or whatever, and you want to get in on the Discord, you need to join our forums to get the link, because we ain't letting just anybody in there. You gotta give to get. So go to mojomenace.com.
We're talking to you, Dr. Wicked.
Go to mojomenace.com/forums, sign up for an account. Once you get there, you will see the link to the Twitch channel on the top of the page.
Dr. Wicked already posed a question for us.
All right. Well, that's a good one, actually. But let's get to Dictator. He had a couple. He says,
I thought you were going to talk about The Dictator by Sacha Baron Cohen.
no, so
That was hilarious.
Dictator says, name a skill you would like to learn. One that you, with some planning, could actually have time to learn and be good at. Example, I could see myself being hella good at metalworking, proper smith hammering. I like the brute but still delicate nature of smithing. I have the patience and the back for it, as well as an artistic streak. I mean, that's awesome. I don't know if I can
Back
top
for
that. So is there a skill you'd like to learn?
Yes. Remodeling houses.
Like in a hurry.
Okay. Well, that is. So through
I mean,
this,
just in general, being handy.
yeah.
would
So
be nice.
through this whole experience
Mhm.
of remodeling and waiting on someone else to remodel our house and having to pay money, like a bunch, pay
Yeah.
a bunch of money to have it done. Our house eventually needs the basement to be redone,
Yeah.
and I think I'm really actually going to try to tackle it myself
Wow.
and just,
It's big time, Dave.
but just do it in phases.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Learn how to frame a wall and then just take my time.
Yeah.
It's not like we're gonna be in a rush to finish it,
Mhm.
and so
You know, I was thinking about that with our cabin because Christine and I, we're thinking about retirement. Obviously, we've got many years to go, but we were thinking of spending summers at our cabin, and we were like, well, because I'm not living in that cabin full time the way it is. It's not a dump by any means, but it's not like a place I would want to live full time.
yeah,
But
you're gonna move to Merrill on me.
in the summer,
Wow,
but maybe.
wow.
But I was like, do we remodel it like we did our kitchen, like and our living room upstairs? Do we do that? Do we hire someone to come in and gut the place? Do we tear it down and just completely rebuild?
Yeah,
Or there's a third option. Do we make this like our project when we're in our 50s? For like 10 years, we just take
Yeah.
it piece by piece and we're like,
Yeah.
okay. But I'm like, is that how we want to spend our summer vacations? Is
yeah,
slowly but surely turning the cabin into like a livable space,
Yeah.
or a full-time livable space.
especially because it's so far away from where you actually live.
Yeah, we'd have to travel the 3 hours to get there, and then we spend a week, and instead of relaxing and hanging
Yeah,
out,
you're-
we're building.
You're doing stuff, and then you gotta wait another week, or you gotta wait another few months and do more.
Yeah.
I told you about my friend growing up, how they had a plot of land and they had like a crappy little cabin
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it, and then they had a trailer on it.
Yeah. Is this a guy who paid you $5 if you had to share?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He told us, if you help me for a few hours, I'll take you out to dinner
Yeah.
and give you $10.
Yeah.
But the taking you out to dinner was literally just
Like,
driving.
I will drive you
the
to the
place.
restaurant. I will give you $10.
and you can spend it at the restaurant.
Yes, on food. Congratulations.
But that's what they did.
Yeah.
He built that cabin from the ground up and just lived on a trailer on the land.
Right. So your thing would be being more handy and skilled.
Yeah, like I think I could actually learn how to frame a wall and do sheetrock.
Yeah.
And even running electrical. My dad's been kind of showing me how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I could do that.
Well, I always say, I mean, even though this hasn't led to any sort of like actual action on my part, but I've always said like people dumber than us have done this.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
Like,
honestly not very handy.
Yeah.
I can measure things a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. So if I were to, it would be drawing. I would love to be able to draw well and paint.
That'd be cool.
Like visual arts. I love to doodle. I love to just I sit in a lot of useless meetings, and like today I was in 4 hours of useless meetings.
Yeah, it seemed like you were busy with meetings today.
And boy, oh boy, I filled up my notebook with sweet pictures.
So when you're in useless meetings, do you need to be there, or is it just they want you to be there?
They want me to be there. Like today, we had like our quarterly meeting for the entire merchandising
sure.
department,
Okay,
right? Which
yeah.
is like a couple hundred people, right? So we're in a big convention center, and I'm just sitting there. I've got my notepad in front of me and a pen, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna draw Rick and Morty, or whatever. I'm gonna draw that cup of coffee that's sitting in front of me. But anyway, but my drawings, when I look back at them, they look like a fourth grader drew them. You know, it's real bad.
Yeah, but still.
So,
there's-
but I would love to be better at that. All right, what else we got here? Dictator continues. Games you dreamt about as a kid and then they became reality. For example, I played a lot of Privateer, and my bestie and I always wanted to be able to play it on 2 PCs. One piloting and pew-pewing front guns, and the other manning the turret, tractor beam, etc. Now there are games like that.
Oh, I saw that. My brother loved Privateer growing up. I was a little bit too young, but he played a lot of Privateer.
You want? Oh,
I got a little bit more. I'm good.
All right. So, all right, games you dreamt about as a kid.
All right. There is. This isn't really a dream. So my my grandma lived in Wisconsin. We would go there and visit her and stay for a while, or stay for a long weekend or something like that.
Right.
When it got closer to Christmas, she had a Sears catalog that she would give us and have us circle the stuff that we wanted in it.
Oh yeah. That was the best, man. I
Yeah.
remember the Sears catalog and
Yeah.
shit like that. I would circle like the TurboGrafx games in the Sears catalog.
Yes, I would
Great.
circle. I mean, my kids now, they circle literally everything in the Target catalog.
Yeah.
But so there's. Do you remember those like mini arcade games?
Yeah, totally.
Like about this size?
Uh-huh.
I swear there was one in the Sears catalog that was a Mickey and Donald in a circus.
All right, I'm gonna Google this.
And I have never been able to find it ever. And I have looked everywhere for this. Because it was always in the catalog, I always circled it and I never got it. And I have never been able to find a replica of it, so I don't know if I've dreamed it or what.
I don't know. Huh.
But do you know what I'm like?
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything come up.
I know.
Yeah.
I've searched, so I feel like I just made it up.
All right. So I when I saw this suggestion come up, I had 2 thoughts. The first one is I was reading. I forget what magazine. It might have been an EGM or a Computer Games and Entertainment magazine or something back in the
This
day.
is what it looked like though, like those mini like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, imagine a 3D world where you can walk around the buildings and go into the buildings and whatnot. And I was like, that sounds amazing. How would that even work? This is back in like the 2D days. I was like, how would they, how would you do that? How would?
Oh, we stopped recording. Sorry.
And then,
What happened?
Oh.
We're back.
all right. I was like, how would they even do that?
Yeah.
And so, obviously not too long after that, we got like shit like Grand Theft Auto. We're doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the one that I really thought of was a Lawnmower Man. Remember that movie?
I never saw it. It's a
Lawnmower
horror movie, man.
Kinda. It's not really. It's more like corny suspense. That game would not scare you at all, Dave.
Is it a game? I don't even know the
They
premise
did
of
make
Lawnmower.
a PC game out of it, and I bought it.
Wasn't
I
there
was
one
like,
for
oh, this is weird.
Genesis too?
Probably.
Okay.
So the game or the movie was about like it starred Pierce Brosnan. I think he was like a scientist or something, or I don't know, whatever. And he had this dude who mowed his lawns who was, a little slow. He's a little derpy derp. And he wanted to. I'm barely remembering the premise of this movie, but he had this technology. I don't know if he was trying to make the Lawnmower Man smarter. I don't even know. But anyway, it was virtual reality, and I saw it was very crude, like 3D graphics in this movie. But I was like, that would be incredible. You put the goggles on, and you're inside this thing, and then 20 plus years later, we get Res VR, and that's basically what I always wanted. So when I saw the PSVR coming out and that Res was coming to the PSVR, I was like, instant, because I've been dreaming about this for 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's that.
And it is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
In VR.
It is. It totally is. Okay, what else we got? This is also from Dictator. Sexiest celebrities whom you could see yourself having a romance with has to be a male though. Has to be a male.
Please. There's only one. Tom Hanks.
I was gonna say it's got for you. It's got to be Tom Hanks. For me, man, I don't know. That's a tough one. Christ, I don't know. Who could I see? A romance? Like I gotta fuck him, or is it just like it's cute? Or I mean, there are plenty of.
Okay.
I think there are plenty of. Dudes.
I don't think you need to have relations with them.
Right.
Tom
just
Hanks
like,
and I are just gonna go to Italy and sip coffee and look at small cars.
yeah, just hang out and maybe canoodle a little bit.
Yeah. A bromance.
Yeah. God, I don't know, man. Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
And a smart guy. Cultured guy. I don't know. Yeah, I'll say Eddie Vedder. Plus he's short. You know? You could cuddle with him. The little guy.
You're gonna be the big spoon?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cuddle with little Eddie Vedder.
I don't know how tall Tom Hanks is.
He seems like an average height.
I know Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's no Tom Cruise.
Oh, anytime I open a new tab, it kills the audio.
Don't do that, Dave.
No, I won't.
Am I gonna have to edit the shit out of this later?
Yeah, you won't.
Great.
How tall is Tom Hanks, Google? 6 feet.
Yeah, see?
I'm 6'4". That would work.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna say Eddie Vedder.
Dr. Wicked already stepped into the plate, told me he's 6 feet. I should have just looked there.
Alright. What else we got?
Next question.
So this is from Tex. Deep games like Dragon Quest. Do you find them funner? We're not making that a word, Tex. Do you find them more fun as an escape or more of a drag as you get older and busier? So, do I look for it as an escape or more of a drag? For me, deep games like that are, I don't know if I'd call Dragon Quest necessarily deep. I would call it long. But it's a little bit of both because I love them as an escape. I love Dragon Quest games because they're like playing through fairy tales almost, right? They're very light. But also as a drag because they're just so damn long and I have so little time and there's so many things I want to play and experience. Not just play, but like movies and books.
There's a lot of media to consume in any form.
Yeah,
right?
and there's so much stuff that I've just had to like give up on. I'm like, I don't have time. It looks great. I really want to experience that. I don't have time for it. I got a life to live. So in that regard, I find it as a drag. So I pick my experiences very carefully these days.
For me, I think about how I think those games would be cool.
Yeah.
But I just do not have the time.
Yep.
I mean, I'm playing right now. I play video games after everybody's asleep or my wife is gone.
Yeah.
For like an hour.
Mhm.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah.
So even a game like Red Dead that I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually have the time to devote to it.
I'm putting Red Dead off. Like it's sitting on my shelf, but I'm like holding off on it because I know it's going to take me forever. So I'm trying to burn through like quicker games first, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm prioritizing shit based on how long it's going to take rather than quality.
So I think it's just the stage of life for me. Like when the kids get older.
Yeah, for sure. You'll definitely find more time. Of
Yeah.
course, by then they'll be stealing your freaking
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna have
games,
to have two
yeah.
PS4s.
Exactly. Well, by that point, you'll be. Oh, so a siren asks, what's the bitters that I'm using? This is a cocktail spice. It's a piri piri cocktail spice. It is piri piri, aka bird's eye pepper, is hot. It's also delicious with rich, hearty chili pepper flavor. So I believe I googled this, and I believe if I remember correctly, piri piri means either chili chili or hot hot, which
Oh.
in, I guess like in whatever African language this is created to emphasize something, they just say it twice. Instead of saying like really hot, they say hot hot. So that's why it's called piri piri.
Oh.
Anyway, so I think that answers Tex's question. Whoops. Okay. What does he have? Oh, here we go. Ready for this, Dave? Tex
Yep.
has a scenario for us. He says, you can go back in time and bring back Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren, and Anne Margaret for one night of passionate banging. All right.
Tex, you dog.
On the way back through time, the radio plays Limp Bizkit's Nookie, and they dig
Gosh.
it in a big bad way.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. God dang it. Alright.
This is gonna be a bitch to edit.
I know, I'm sorry.
Alright.
I gotta stop. I'll just let the Twitch stream. Okay, read his thing one more time.
All right. So Tex says, you can go back in time and bring back Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren, and Anne Margaret for one night of passionate banging. Because he's classy like that. On the way back through time, the radio plays Limp Bizkit's Nookie, and they dig it in a big bad way. They'll only go ahead with the sexy time if they can listen to it on repeat all night long. Do you soldier through, or do you drop them off at Denny's and tell them to figure out a way home? I mean,
I don't know who Anne Margaret is.
she was a famous actress back in the time of Sophia Loren and those guys, but she was also in the second, she was in Grumpier Old Men.
Oh,
So
she
Sophia
was?
Loren was in
Yeah.
the first one, and Margaret
She was in the second one too,
she
right?
was in, yes, and Margaret was in the second one.
I might have to see a picture of her. But I can't Google her. We're
Hold
gonna
on.
cut the audio.
And she was a hottie. Anne Margaret. She was
This is a big decision.
she was in
really.
Bye Bye Birdie. Yeah, she had the pointy boobs. Look at these things. That's ridiculous. Look at those things. It's like, good lord. So anyway,
I think we know John's choice.
I'd put up with Limp Bizkit. I hate Limp Bizkit. It's like one of the fucking worst bands ever. But I mean, come on, Tex. You gotta come up with a tougher question than that. Wait, is my wife around? No. Dave, your answer? Would you do it all for the Nookie?
Oh man.
Or would you say you can take that cookie and stick it up your...
Yeah, stick it up here.
Alright.
So one time I was having a sleepover with my cousin.
Yeah.
Not Justin. Different cousin. Other side of the
Hillman.
family.
Oh.
Not a Hillman.
Right.
Pickle Friction just said drop him off.
Drop him off.
I don't know, you got Sophia Loren in the car.
Sophia Loren is... Wow.
Yep. So, okay.
There's a picture of Sophia Loren. There's a giant like poster of her on my floor at work, and every time I walk by it, I'm like, oh, so hot.
I want to see a picture of this.
You know who Sophia Loren
Yeah,
is?
I know. I want to see the poster though.
Well, I don't know if I can
No.
find it.
I bet
All right.
you could. Okay, so anyway, we were sleeping over. He had a clock radio,
Yeah.
and it was just playing the radio all night.
Yeah.
And
Was
Spice
he one of
Girl-
those kids who was like, I have to have the radio on all
Yeah.
night or I can't sleep?
Yeah,
One of those stupid
meant,
assholes.
Which meant I did not sleep at
Yeah,
all.
those kids are fucking assholes. I used to spend nights at kids' houses that did that.
Oh,
Or they'd have to have a fan
Thank
like
you.
blowing right on top of them. And
Okay,
I'm like, are
I-
you fucking mental?
I like the fan.
Like boom, right at the end of the bed.
No, I
you
just
know?
like. Well, I have ringing in my ears now, so I need the ambient noise, or else I just
Do
hear
you?
the
What's
ringing.
that from? All the metal shows you used to go
Yeah.
to?
No,
Your
I-
goat horror concerts?
So, my concert. Please, Christian metal all the way. Project 86, POD, Blindside. Look them up, boys. Tex needs to look those up. Living sacrifice. That's another Christian.
Yeah, I don't know. None of these mean
Anyway,
anything
all right.
to me. I'm a Slayer guy.
Nodes of Ranabeard.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, so there was a period of time where I was going to a lot of concerts. Yes, but I also got allergies, and I didn't know and my ears were plugged like all the time.
Really?
And as a kid, I got ear infections all the time.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Oh yeah, your ear's a little red. Here's some antibiotics for your ear infection." But side effects from the antibiotics for the ear infection are ringing in your ears.
Really?
And I took like 3 rounds of antibiotics for ear infections because nobody could figure out why my ears were so plugged.
Yeah.
And so I think it was a side effect from that.
Hmm.
But my mom's got it really bad too. If I have a fan going or any ambient noise, I'm fine.
It's weird.
But if I lay on one side, all I can hear is the ringing.
I went over to a girl's desk today, and she had her earbuds in, and I stopped by and she, waited for her to notice me. I'm like, hey, and she pulls her earbuds out, and I'll say, hey, what are you listening to? And she goes, the ocean.
What?
Yeah. What? She listens to the ocean while she works.
Oh.
Anyway, okay.
Wait.
What? Oh, a Disney and Mickey and Donald Game & Watch? Was it made by Nintendo?
A tabletop arcade game?
I don't know. Oh, there's a Mickey and Donald Game & Watch. I wonder how much that goes for. I love those little Game & Watch things. Did you see my Game & Watch that I had? I got it through Club Nintendo back when they actually gave out good prizes for stuff.
No.
It's fucking great.
I have a bunch of them.
Do you?
Yeah. I have the
They're
watch.
awesome.
I have a couple watches. I have a Mario watch.
Oh man.
And then
I've got a Zelda watch that Mo gave me
Oh,
a
cool.
long time ago. But,
And then I've got I have a Mickey one where he's trying to catch eggs in a basket.
Oh.
And I have a Mario Brothers one where you're filling up cases of soda or beer or something.
That's awesome.
It's
I
like
love
a-
the Game & Watches.
I have Donkey Kong. And
Jesus, Dave.
and like a Bomberman one.
A Bomberman one?
It's like Bomberman, but it's not Bomberman.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like Bomber.
I was gonna
Steve
say,
or
I
something
didn't
like
even
that.
know they made a Bomberman one. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I love those Game & Watch things. They're awesome. Bomb Sweeper, is that the one?
I think so.
Alright, anyway.
Wait,
Okay.
so did you click on the Game & Watch? I want to see what this...
I clicked on the link, yeah. Oh, hold on. Jeez, Mickey and Donald.
No, it wasn't that.
Alright, let's go back to our
It wasn't
notes.
the Mickey and Donald arcade game. Alright.
Alright, so last topic before we get to our end of the show here. Tex also asks, you can go back to one period of time, specific location, for 24 hours, and basically be a fly on the wall. You get to be a ghost or whatever. All you can do is observe. What day do you go back to? You can't change anything, you can't do anything, they can't see you, you can just observe.
Say it again. Just any day in history.
Any period of time, for one day, 24 hours. You just get to observe. Tough one, eh? First thing that comes to mind for me is just one day in the studio with the Beatles.
Oh.
I think that'd be amazing.
Dang.
I think it'd be awesome. Like maybe either during the Sgt. Pepper era or during the White Album era. Even though in the White Album era, I don't know if they were ever all in the studio at the same time. So maybe the Sgt. Pepper.
Do you think it
era.
would like take away some of the magic?
Fuck no. No. It'd be great. Yeah. That's the first thing that came to my mind. There's probably better ones, but that's the first thing that I thought of. Come on, Dave.
Yeah,
Dead air.
I know, dead air. I think something observing Mark Twain would be interesting.
Oh yeah. I'm reading Tom Sawyer with Zach.
Oh, you are?
Well, it's like a kid's version. No,
Oh,
not
okay.
a kid's version, but like a young adult's version of
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Sawyer without all the, you know.
The N-word?
Well, that, yeah, that, and like all like the colloquialisms and whatnot.
I think there are so many times I go back to Mark Twain quotes
Yeah.
because I think he was just really clever and had an interesting take on life in general.
Yeah.
So I think just seeing what that would be like
Yeah.
would be cool.
Dr. Wicked, post your put your Instagram profile in the chat room. I understand I'm supposed to follow you, so do that.
Yeah.
All right, so that is it for the community suggestions. I thought we'd talk a little bit about, not to get too cliched, but I thought we'd talk a little bit about what we're playing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I put these out here as reminders. First up, Tetris Effect. That do a thing. Anyway.
I think it'll show up. The video's a little bit lagging, so just keep going.
Yeah, so Tetris Effect, I was just wondering if it jacked up the audio.
Oh, no.
So Tetris Effect is amazing. If you have PSVR, this is like a must buy. If you don't have PSVR, you should still buy it because it's really cool.
Is it only on PS4?
Yes. It is a PS4 exclusive.
Tetris on the Switch is something that I would do.
Yeah, you should get Luminous on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because it's made
Similar?
by the same person.
Yeah.
Made by Enhanced Games, which is run by Tetsuya Mitsuguchi. You should definitely get Tetris Effect though. Christine loves it. Is Jess a Tetris fan at all?
She doesn't play video games at all.
Not even Tetris? Like
No.
Tetris is like friggin' the game your grandma will play, right?
My dad went to Hong Kong for these trips and he had a brick game, which is just a knockoff Tetris handheld thing. He played that all the time growing up.
Right.
It was super fun in VR.
Yeah.
It was like so laid back.
Yep. Even outside of VR, it's great. No, it does not have a versus mode. I don't think it is. I don't think it does. It's only one player.
Got a stoner mode.
It's one player.
All the time.
Even outside of VR, but as with most Mitsuguchi games, the music is an integral part of it. It plays like Tetris mixed with Rez. Like that's kind of what
it totally does.
So I guess in a way it's not entirely different from Luminous, but they really up the visuals, they really up the music. There's so many different graphical styles that you go through as you're going through stages. It's really, really good. They're talking about Puyo Puyo Tetris in the chat room, and yeah, that one's awesome. That one's really good.
I forgot about that one because you can play normal Tetris on that too.
Yeah, just straight up Tetris. It's really good. But Tetris Effect, even if you don't have PSVR, you should still check this out because it's one of the best. It might be the best version of Tetris I've ever played.
Wow.
The visuals and the audio are incredible. Plug in your headphones, grab it, really good. Dave, you've been playing.
I have been playing Red Dead.
Red Dead. I mentioned this is on my shelf until I bust through some of my shorter games. So, tell me about it.
So I've only played through the first chapter, which was pretty awesome. But it was it's not the open world stuff yet.
Oh, okay.
Like the first chapter is like an Uncharted mission mode that you have to go through the steps to follow. It's more like training.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what the open world stuff will be like. Except for I took like 2 weeks, or I don't even know. I don't know how long it's been out. Longer than 2 weeks, right?
About a month.
Yeah, so I took like 2 weeks in between the first chapter and chapter 2. So last couple nights ago I fired up chapter 2 and that's when the open world happened, but I didn't remember any of the controls from the first time I was playing through.
Yeah, that sucks. I hate that when you're away from
the game
for a while and you gotta relearn it.
And there's all this random stuff that you gotta do, like you have guns that are in your satchel and your horse, and you gotta learn how to call your horse and stuff. So I think it just needs time.
Yeah.
And
that's why I'm waiting on it, because I'm just like I'm gonna wait on this until I can commit all my time to it.
And I think it's cool that Rockstar purposely made it slower.
Yeah.
Like everything takes more time. It's not a fast-paced game at all.
Right on.
And I think that's kind of cool. Like it's embracing the thing of the West, but at the same time, I fell asleep hunting turkeys. So,
That's
so
awesome.
there's a balance there. I only fell asleep in Spider-Man during the cutscenes and the circuit breaker things. Didn't you think the circuit breaker things towards the end got like way too heavy on that? Or like when you're Mary Jane and you're searching through that guy's apartment and you gotta
Yeah.
find like 15 different things.
Yeah, there was that.
That was such a buzz killer.
Yeah, the circuit things, at first I hated. Honestly, like when the game first started, I was like, this is bullshit. But then I started to like them. The ones I like were those slides.
Yeah, like
I
those
busted through those.
Yeah.
I felt like a genius. I was like, either I'm fucking the smartest person in the world, or these puzzles are super easy.
But like, there was a point towards the end where the action was getting really crazy. Stuff was going on in the city, and then all of a sudden you were in Doc Ock's laboratory and you literally had to find like 10 to 15 things.
There was one. There was
not
one
even a
point
question.
where there was one point when I had a good buzz going on, and I was playing the game, and I realized that I had spent the last 45 minutes just doing those circuit things. I just went through all of them that I could do, and I was like, "Holy shit! I've been here for 45. I'm going to bed." Yeah.
See, for me, it's not I'm buzzed. I'm like falling asleep,
Right.
waking up, and being like, "What did I just do? Did I reset everything?"
Mo came over on it was Monday night. Dave, I got so fucking drunk. I don't know how it happened. I have no idea.
I maybe picked up on it a little bit through Discord.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. I don't know how it happened. We were just hanging out. We sat in the next room and we were playing old school games. And then at 1:30 in the morning, I found myself on the couch watching Solo on my laptop. Like, how did I get here? Why am I watching Solo?
And I loved how you're like, this movie is so good, guys.
Yeah, I know.
They nailed it. It's so good.
It's fucking 1:30 in the
Like,
morning.
okay, it was fine, but I was like,
All of a sudden I had
it's
this
not wrong
moment of
one
clarity where I was like, what am I doing? And I just closed my laptop and went to bed. I'm like, what a moron. Fucking, you're 42. What are you getting drunk like a stupid asshole for? Watching.
on a school night even, didn't
I
wasn't
know.
it?
Yeah, I had to wake up like 5 hours later.
How'd that go for you?
Not well. I did not feel
Were
very
you
good in the
drinking
morning.
whiskey gingers?
No, it was I had Surly. I had fucking a lot of Surly.
Oh.
And you know, with my getting all pissed up like that with like a minor concussion thing going on still wasn't awesome.
Not a great combo.
No, I woke up and I was like, is this the hangover or is this, you know, falling on my head? Like, what is it? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's move on. My kids are playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
We gotta show Max that.
Yep,
when
we do.
when he comes over. Although that's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, he'll put it on his Christmas list.
Yeah.
They love it, like they're hooked, and they weren't at all excited about it, even though they were big Pokemon fans, like a year or two.
Yeah,
or
like a
more
long
ago.
time ago. Or not that long ago.
Not that long ago, but even though like they were really into the cards, like the card game, and the cartoon, they loved that. They never really got into the video games. This game, whoever thought to make it co-op was a genius, because they're playing it together. They put in a solid like 8 hours into this game over the weekend.
Wow.
They were down here a lot playing this game. I haven't played it at all yet, but it looks cool.
Did you get the Pokeball?
I didn't.
No, my friend got it and said it's like gimmicky and not really that great.
It's the only way you can get Mew though.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. If you want all 151 Pokemon, you gotta fork out the
That
$40
sucks.
for
You gotta
extra
pay $40 to get Mew.
Whatever. They love it though. They're having a great time with it. I haven't played it yet. I'm hoping to, because what I am playing is Fist of the North Star: Lost Paradise, which is a game made by the folks from Yakuza, who make the Yakuza games, right?
Okay, but there was a Fist of the North Star NES game,
Oh yeah.
right?
Totally.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
So Fist of the North Star, it was a manga, and they made it into an anime, and a bunch of video games. So the Yakuza folks got on it, and it's published by Sega. It starts out rough. It's not fun for like the first couple hours, and I almost.
What makes it not fun?
It's
Just super boring, or?
super boring, super linear. Combat, while like is flashy and whatnot, is also very uninteresting.
Are the controls at least tight? And all
Yeah, they're
that
fine.
jazz?
The controls are fine. It controls kind of like a Yakuza game, but not exactly the same. So the first couple hours, I was like, "This is," I hate to say it, but this is kind of garbage. And then you eventually get through this part where you get to a city. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of world, and you get to this city, and then it opens up into like a quasi Yakuza kind of game. So I kind of stopped there. I haven't gone back to it yet, and I'm hoping that now it's the business, right? Cause
Yeah.
it got positive reviews. People seem to dig it, but shit, man,
How long is it supposed to take you to beat it?
it's like 17 to 20
Oh,
hours.
so not terrible. I mean, Yakuza games are long, right?
No, yeah, they can be. They can be between 20 and 40 hours, depending on the game. But this game's so over the top. It's like Mad Max. Like the vibe is kind of like a Mad Max movie. But the character you're playing as, Kenshiro, he's just this friggin' muscle-bound badass who he can just blow up your head with his thumb. That's literally like something he can do. It's one of his abilities. So it's kind of easy. You always feel overpowered, but I'm hoping it gets better. By all accounts, it does get better, but Jesus, the first couple hours were a slog. And as a huge fan of Yakuza and everything those guys have done, and that I've played at least, this was the opening couple hours was super disappointing. Bam!
Boom.
That's all I got.
I've been playing Rayman Legends on the Switch.
Yeah, those are good games.
It's a great game. I
Yeah.
played through it on the PS3 actually,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought Switch was like the perfect. That game's like perfect for handheld,
Yeah.
and it looks amazing.
I like that one level where it's like a jug band thing, and it's like
Yeah.
and you're just running.
Yeah,
That level's great.
yeah.
That I played that level like 10 times because
The music levels where your hits are timed with the music.
Yep.
That's pretty great.
Yep. Yeah, those games are really good.
So I've been going through
Underrated.
that. I've been playing Dead Cells still,
Yeah.
and so I have not been able to finish it. I haven't made it through all the way to beat the end boss.
It's a tough game though, right?
It's freaking hard, man. Yeah.
I get these games mixed up. Hollow Knights, Dead Cells. Dead Cells is the one that kind of has a Castlevania kind of vibe, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's a rogue, whatever.
Roguelike,
Yeah.
roguelite,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I hear, I think we talked about this. Whenever I hear somebody describe their game as a Metroidvania
I know.
roguelite,
I
I'm
know.
like, don't care.
I mean, it is totally Metroidvania style where you get things, you can get permanent upgrades
Yeah.
that help you through the levels, which is kind of nice. It's not like
Yeah.
you're always starting at square one and it's just your pure skill that's getting you farther.
Mm-hmm.
You actually get upgrades, which I like that
Yeah.
part of it.
My response is always, I tell you what, I'll just take Metroid or Castlevania. How about that?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm really waiting for the Switch to put out the 3DS Castlevanias on the Switch.
Well, that's up to Konami, and they don't do shit these days. So,
I know,
unfortunately.
but I really wish they did.
Well, Dave, this has been long, man.
It has been long.
We've been a lot of time on this one. This is like a fucking super the hardest kind of episode.
I like the questions.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Speaking of, thank you for submitting the questions. Thanks for hanging out in the chat room, the handful of you guys who did. How many whiskey gingers did I have while we were here? It was a good amount.
Yeah, I think
I'm feeling it.
you're gonna need to get some food, man.
It's after 8 o'clock. It's against the rules. All right, so that's it. You're gonna see me, if you're watching right now, you're gonna see me walk over to the camera and shut it off. So, thanks for joining us.
Good night. Love you, Tom Hanks.
Did you say I love you, Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Weird.